Welcome everybody, this is Give Your Anxiety, bringing you guys an interesting show match today. I am back in AOT. It's been a while since I've been here. I've spent many years in AOT in the past. But anyways, we got a show match here between two of the top AOT players right now. We got DOD I Am Joe here in the blue playing as the ISIS, and up top we have DOD Skatey in the red playing as the Zeus. I forgot the name of this map, Anatolia or something like that. So this is going to be awesome. I haven't played or really seen AOT in a long time, and like I said, these are like two top guys right now. This is the best of 5 show match for $25, and I'm observing the casting in AOT match, which feels weird to say. I guess this is normal zoom level, right? Or should I be zoomed out more? I think this is the normal zoom. It feels more zoomed in. Maybe when observing, but. Pretty standard stuff here going on your first hunt. I'm sure they're getting hunting dogs here, using the priestess to empower, and then scouting with the priest. Yeah, it's normal stuff here. Hunting dogs there. It looks like 2 on wood. Let me go to the chat and see if oh, this is Tundra. Is this Tundra? All plus C puts map to default. Okay. Oh, cool. That's cool. For the knee flame, that's bubble, right? What's up, dude? So you can only do. Okay, let's try these like exclamation things. I think you do this. Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's no like real observer mode in AOT, which is actually like it really sucks because like in AOE 3 we had somebody who made it in observer mode, and it like completely changes how like tournaments and streams, like being able to see like each player's resources and everything is like completely game-changing for streaming. Unfortunately, AOT community doesn't have that, so it's definitely a bit of a buzzkill. But it's I don't know. I'm sure they're used to it, and it's what the fuck. They have work calling me right now? Yeah, I got a show match going on. Not taking work calls right now. Come on, people. So yeah, there's no show match, or I mean, there's no like real UI. But you can do this to like see what resources each player has. All right, guys. So I believe there have been some balanced patches since back in the day, but obviously back in the day ISIS was extremely strong and well, pretty much broken like way back in the day. I believe there have been balanced patches. I'll go to the chat for that, but I think they're still pretty strong. And Zeus is, I think this is actually a pretty common matchup for these days. Zeus has been found to be actually pretty good, and ISIS has just like always been strong. So this is pretty interesting. Zeus have the really strong hoplites. There's quite a bit of hunt on this map, so most likely we'll be seeing Joe, the ISIS player, go with a typical fast heroic and try to get that Ancestors and Eclipse. Looks like he's building one of these guys. I don't know what I ever used to call these things, because right now I'm reading the name and I have no idea how to pronounce this. I don't know what I would have like called this back in the day. Like did I just not have a name for it, or like I feel like this word has never been in my vocabulary, but I've like obviously know what this building is instead. No, that's funny. So yeah, you can use your scout to attack it. It takes forever to kill it, but sometimes it's worth it just to take one out. I think they cost 10 gold. I remember that. Send some villagers pretty far forward here to get on some forward hunts. Getting some of the buffaloes. I'm not sure if there's any relics. I wonder, is it possible to see if no, there haven't been any relics captured yet. I was gonna say, is it possible to look at a temple and see? Yeah, I think it would probably show which relics are in there, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, we got oh wow, getting some weird stuff going on. Some forward villagers here. Oh wow, so this is like meta, I guess. Make your hero and then send a couple villagers to do some villager fighting. Wow, that's pretty funny. All right, so trying to do some villager punching. The scout does go down there for Skatey, but he does kill one villager. Right there. That's probably a huge win. Getting one villager. Oh, and just gonna try to steal a hunt. Wow, that's actually pretty hilarious. I think villagers have always been pretty strong in AOT. Well, it's kind of funny that this is the meta, I guess, but yeah, I mean, that's probably definitely worth it. I gotta turn my heater off to make a bunch of noise. 1 second. Oh, yeah. Where else might leave it? Oh, man, I'm gonna have to find, oh, shit. Okay, there we go, it's turning off. Good old G-Way casting. Alright, so we got a hero fighting a priestess. Oh, how's the volume, by the way, guys? Should I turn anything up? Well, my heater will be off in like a minute. I know it's probably really loud, but sitting in your free centaur to do some build rating. I believe they nerfed this guy a lot from back in the day. I remember he used to one-shoot villagers with his like alt. I don't believe he does that anymore. Ooh, gonna pick off the priest here, which would be pretty nice. And while stealing that forward hunt, that's actually like huge. Killed one villager and denied a hunt, denied hunt and stole like hunt. That's pretty big. Ooh, villager does go down there too. Did they use a 2-shot? I thought they used a 1-shot villagers with the alt. Maybe it was a 2-shot back in the day. It might have been. Getting another villager, that's really big. Looks like Joe had a really late age up. Is it just me or like his? I know he's probably gonna be going up to H3 like very quickly, but the tower is like just getting upgraded there from the age up. I think Joe lost 3 villagers so far. Yeah, he lost 3 villagers, which seems pretty damn huge. Seems like a really rough start, honestly, for Joe. Gonna be building second town center. Meanwhile, Skady already has the second TC up. And it looks like you can see the upgrades being researched. I think maybe we can click on the build and see the upgrades. Yeah. So we got hunting dogs, and we're about to have I don't know what the fuck the upgrade's called. Gang saw, hand axe, Okay. So did he do second TC before hand axe and pickaxe? Because when I've been playing a little bit, and I guess I would like do hand axe and pickaxe before second TC, or is it typical to do second TC and then get the hand axe and pickaxe? You're going for a third TC, so Skady's going really boomy here, getting some walls up. Very nice, just using a villager to punch this, and even getting some forward bears here. And wow, walling in. This is pretty hilarious, these walls. I have to listen to that voicemail after this. Second TC is up for Joe. Let's see what upgrades Joe's working with. Husbandry, hunting dogs, and pickaxe. Did he get pushed off of this? Oh, that was earlier probably with the centaur and I believe. Yeah, that's true. Looks like he walled out the second gold, which is, yeah, that is really big. If you can deny that, wow. And it's kind of funny how meta evolves. I wonder, like, back in the day, if people would, like, frown upon this, if they would be like, oh, like, you know, this is lame or something, because it's, like, one of those, like, borderline kind of, like, sketchy plays, but, I mean, you should be playing to win and trying to do everything you can, if it's, like, tournament style, so, yeah, it's probably not too difficult to get to that second mine if you have time, right? I mean, he'll be up in H3 and beginning Fortress shoots out and can probably take the walls out pretty quickly. And made a gate there. So he actually went 3 TCs before any military units. Looks like I suppose you have enough time to 3 TC before the ISIS fast heroic. I wonder if killing those 3 villagers like slowed down Joe's timing quite a bit, and if that's why Skady felt so safe to be able to 3 TC boom. And never made a second hero. Where was the I feel like I never saw the Joe's myth unit. You get the probably the Sphinx, right? That guy usually does a shit ton of damage. Yeah, where has he been? Did he get picked off early? That guy's really good at raiding. Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen him at all. I don't know if Joe, I might have missed it. Joe might have like sloppy lost him. What relics is he working with? Infantry trained faster? I guess that's not bad. I don't know, not nothing too special there. It's actually pretty nice to 9 that hunt right there. It's causing some idle time. There we go. So yeah, Mangonel does get up for Joe, but ideally he would have rather placed it like right here. So I guess this wall, you know, already kind of paying off, since it you know, just gives Joe kind of less map control. And I mean, it's close to the gold mine, but he definitely would have liked to place it a little bit further, I think. And here we go. Chariot archers are coming out. Looks like he did make a Scorpion Man. He you know, he got the free one from aging up. But he did also make one. But man, where did his age 2 myth unit go? That's gonna hurt his ancestors and Eclipse, since he lost that Sphinx somewhere. And Siege Workshop going down, so we're going heavy Chariot archers here. Take a look at what upgrades we're working with. It does now have plow for the farms. Making pretty quick work of these farms, and here we go. Now sending the Chariot archers out. Honestly, I would have liked to see Joe send them out a little bit sooner when he got like the first couple ones out, because he's like missing his timing barely. He could have done so much more damage if these Chariot archers were here, you know, like 20 seconds ago, or they're actually snuck by this wall. I mean, they're still going to do quite a bit of damage here, but had an opportunity to do a little bit more raiding there sooner. But yeah, still pretty huge here. And Skady, oh, here's the Ancestors and Eclipse, and it looks like Joe was not able to cease fire, I believe. Yeah, yep, he does have ceasefire. Wasn't able to squeeze that in. Usually difficult, but sometimes you can ceasefire the Ancestors in between the Eclipse. Both heroes are up and in position, so that's nice. And at the same time, I don't know, I mean, well, it looks like quite a bit of villagers are going down to the Ancestors and Eclipse, but at the same time, they're doing a lot of walking, the Ancestors and Eclipse. They're not like immediately fighting, but here we go. They are starting to get back on some villagers, so it does look like a pretty strong Ancestors and Eclipse. Let's see where the myth units are at, though. I mean, these guys aren't like attacking at all, so it's hard to say. I don't know how many villagers went down there. It definitely killed some villagers and denied some gathering, but I guess right now they're getting pretty good worth in. But at the same time, you have like your main army not fighting, and you have 2 myth units with the Eclipse, but they're not really doing anything. So honestly, not my favorite Ancestors and Eclipse. I feel like that could have been a little bit more useful. Like, you should have your supporting army like also attacking while the Ancestors and Eclipse is going on, I would say. But I think he did still kill quite a bit of villagers there, and just completely, he denied the market and you know, pushed the villagers off this hunt and killed some. So all in all, I think pretty good for Joe there, but could have perhaps gone a little bit better. And forced Skady to drop in market over here, which is not super optimal, since the market would be going from here to here. Would have rather had the market go, you know, from here to there, but alright, so hand axe, hunting dogs. He did get husbandry. Herd animals, fan fast birds carry more food and gather from herded animals. I wonder when. Okay. So is he just going 3 stable actually? Yeah, looks like he's just going actually 3 stable. Interesting. I feel like, I don't know, Joe can't just go camels versus, or I know like the Hippocons are really strong, but going 4 stables, jeez. Maybe he just read Joe's like heavy Chariot Archer composition and was like, I mean, if you're gonna go Chariot Archers, I'll just go pure Hippocons. But I feel like Joe could probably be mixing in some camels here to deal with these Hippocons. Oh, Skady getting up to Mythic here. Oh, and getting a really big Thunderbolt in here. And that's unfortunate. You know, with the Egyptians, you can build monuments and deny god powers from being, you know, from being able to be used in a certain area. But there was no monument over here, so Skitty was able to get quite a bit of value from that, from the what the fuck is it called? Thunderstorm or some shit? Lightning storm? From the god power. Yeah, it seems like maybe a little bit of a slip up by Joe. Because a lot of times it could be, you can like age up with Greek and feel like there's nowhere you can even use the god power, you know? Like there's no like opportunities to use it since there can be like monuments everywhere like denying them, but came in pretty useful there. The Medusa. Turning a villager into stone. Good micro to pick off the Medusa right here with the priestess. I don't even know what you call this guy. Is this because the other one's a priestess? This is a, I don't know, a priest, or what would you call this person? Pharaoh? Oh, no, I'm used to doing that. Oh god, I'll tab. Oh, what do I do? Okay, tab. How did that even happen? So yeah, I mean it's like pure Hipcons versus Chariot Art. Okay, now he is mixing in some spearmen. Never dropped off his relics. This guy's carrying a lot of weight there. Secrets of the Titans is less expensive. That could be pretty nice, I suppose. Picking off a house there. Let's take a look at. Can we look at upgrades? No upgrades. No upgrades. Oof. Hipcons, sure. Have copper shields and medium cavalry. So yeah, really good job by Skady. You know, initially going pure Hipcons versus pure Chariot Archers and getting the copper shields upgrade. But Joe, you know, now kind of mixing in some spearmen. Definitely a bit later than he would have liked. Trying to get the spearmen on the front line here. Not really working out, however. Spearmen, unfortunately, pathing kind of causing some issues there for the spearmen getting on the front line. So Joe could maybe pull back a little bit more. But all in all, I think Joe's going to hold here fine. He's got the Migdal Fire. He's got reinforcement advantage. And so you got spearmen here. So are they... Okay, only Skady's mythic right now. Oh my god, that's no good, Joe. You don't want to do that? You can't zoom in this game, can you? There you go. Now he's listening to me. Damn, that was rough. Why were they... Where's he? He deleted his mark. He's rebuilding it, but... Wait, why did he do that, actually? I'm confused. He's just rebuilding them over here. I mean, you could have had the market, you know, let them go from there to there. That's unfortunate. Obviously, if you have to delete market, not ideal. And he had like 5 caravans, you know, doing a useless caravan route. So now he's starting to mix in some archers, some tokes to deal with the spearmen. Okay, and now also barracks is, oh yeah, Zeus get these bad boys. Oh, some Hipcons cleaning up these Chariot Archers. Nice. What are these guys? Ooh, okay. Medium infantry. What are these guys good versus? Midrodon? Are they like, just like good spearmen or some shit? Like hoplites, kind of. I forget what those guys do. Oh, they counter all human soldiers, really? Oh shit! So they counter everything except myth units. Fucking, I'm gonna do that a lot, unfortunately. Hipcons, champion Hipcons, man. These are some pretty upgraded units here. But the spearmen, I think they're so cheap and like cost efficient, 50 and 20. So it's like 70, and yeah, the Hipcons are a lot more expensive, obviously a lot more upgraded. But I think this is one of the big advantages of Egypt. They can just like pump out these like cheap ass medium spearmen who like trade very cost effectively versus like Hipcons. Yeah, Harrison, I played this game back in the day, man. It's I never really, I don't know. I played quite a bit of Civs, but these guys I didn't remember super well, to be honest. This is probably like the only unit in the game that I didn't remember very well, I guess. Yeah, it was a $25 Showmatch, best of 5. Yeah, man, these fucking spearmen, dude, they're just holding versus these like heavy upgraded Hipcons. Let's see. Maybe Skitty should be, trying to attack at a different point, though. Like he keeps pushing this Migdol location. But it is okay. It is actually pushing Joe off of the gold mine, and now he's actually breaking through. So, oh, there we go. Yeah, now it's actually looking really good for Skady. Looks like Joe's struggling to hold. He's going to make another push here before the Migdol goes down, trying to mass up an army. And push here, but looks like some of the spearmen a little bit out of position. And here we go, some of the mercenaries not popping out. Oh god, mercenaries, man. Kind of giving me nightmares. I remember back in the day, ISIS just shit out 0 pop mercenaries and they'd just be like so broken. Let's see, he wasn't able to get control of this, so this is huge. Looks like Joe's probably struggling for gold quite a bit. He's got this caravan route going, but it's it's not very optimal. The distance isn't that great, and he's getting pushed off this gold mine and this one. So looks like Skady's doing a really good job of securing the gold mines here, and Joe's most likely struggling for gold quite a bit here. Well, that's Skady. Max population, about 500 res in the bank. Well, maybe like 700. 127 out of 170 only. Yeah, look at that gold, 17 gold. Joe's really struggling for gold here, and yeah, it's not looking good for Joe right now. He's not able to get on this gold mine. Okay, now he tries going here. He probably should have tried this sooner. He should have snuck onto this gold mine sooner. And yeah, now Fortress even getting put up here for Skady. Oh, he does get to Mythic, so maybe with Mummy is out. Maybe with Mythic Age, he can potentially hold here. Son of Osiris is out, and this is going to be huge for Joe. Son of Osiris is going to do a ton to help hold, and it looks like Joe can potentially lock down this gold mine. He needs to, oh my god, send all your builds there. You need to get like a lot of builds on this gold mine, and he's probably still struggling for gold quite a bit. Yeah, he's got 7 gold. Oh, and this part's starting to get walled off here. Like, you need to get, like, all your villas on that gold mine right now, basically. Or he looks like he's going to maybe try to go this way and get this gold mine, but this one would have been easier for him to sneak. Yeah, he's going for this gold mine now. Son of Osiris is going to do work. And, oh, I think that's... actually, no, I guess that is a well-built mine camp. I don't think the villagers would be able to fit in between there. But Fortress trying to go down, but Hippocon's here right away, as obviously you'd kind of expect. And, yeah, I don't really know how Joel... walling off the Vill is very nice. Yeah, I don't know. Joe going on that gold mine without building, like, Migdol there, you have to assume that the Hippocons would be there right away. That was actually a very nice wall there from Skady. Quick wall to kill some of these villagers. That was very nice. Oh, look at that wood bank. I guess at this point you just sell some wood just to get that gold, established. Try to get some map control, secure some of these gold mines. So Osiris! No. Alright, he's good, he's good, he's chilling. Oh, wait. Oh, God. Not even hopping on. Try and put up an emergency Migdol, only a couple villagers, though. And, yeah, Skatey did a really good job of holding down these gold mines this game. And I think Joe, he should have tried to identify that a little bit sooner, because it looks like he scouted this gold mine, and he just didn't go for it for a while. Like, yeah, it would have been risky putting your villagers out there, but it's kind of a situation where, like, you just need gold, and, like, you have to risk it, and just, like, go for the gold mine, you know? And there's the GG. Because, yeah, you can't, ISIS, you know, they obviously need quite a bit of gold. And, yeah, that's crazy. This wall was, I guess, game-changing. Building the wall right here that Skatey did. Because it forced Joe to build his Migdol, like, here instead of here. That's massive. Like, I don't know. Joe maybe should have just took down the wall with his villagers and then built the Migdol here instead of here, I guess. Because if he would have got the Migdol up here, like, he would have been able to mine this entire gold mine, like, no problem. But instead, he was, like, getting pushed off of it. Since Migdol was here, and yeah, that was just absolutely game-changing. And then, look, if he had the Migdol here, it would have also given him easy access to this gold mine. Just massive right there, being forced to have to build that gold mine back a bit. I see Magic in the chat. What's up, guys? What's up, AOT community? Seeing some of the greats. And yeah, man, I played AOM and AOT a lot back in the day when I was pretty young, and yeah, I played a lot. I played under the accounts. I had a couple accounts, but my main account was the one and only Slayer. I'm sure you guys know the one and only Chrono JJ. Josh, I know he streams quite a bit. He still streams a bit. Yeah, I was in the same clan with him. And you guys probably know my brother, the one and only Soldier, or the one and only Armies. He's my brother. He streams AOE. He plays AOE3 mainly too, but he was pretty good back in the day in AOT. And yeah, I still have like a lot of my Recs posted on RTS Sanctuary on my on my account, and it's pretty funny sometimes looking at them, at the Recs and stuff. But anyways. Like right before AOE3 came out, I guess right before AOE3 came out, my like max ELO in AOT was about like 1820. I was like 1820. I remember I was like 1780 typically with like Odin, and then there was a point I remember when like I considered AOT dead, like the player base dropped off a bit. I guess it was a little bit before AOE3 came out, or maybe when AOE3 came out. And then I decided, I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just going to lame Kronos, just see how high ELO I would get. I used to always hate the OP civs. And I like lame Kronos and got like, like 40 extra ELO from it since it was like so broken. So I think the max I ever was like 1830, like 15 years ago. And let's see, in the last 15 years, I've probably played a total of about 75 games. I played like 2 games last night. But before that, I haven't played in like a year, maybe a little more. Maybe like a year ago, I played like 20 games of AOT, and I got to like 1700s on Voobly after probably like 20 games. And like I said, I probably played like 50 to maybe like 75 AOT games in the last like 15 years. But yeah, I did get to like 1700 Voobly in like 20 or 30 games. And yeah, that's basically it. It basically summarizes me. But I was playing last night, and I was actually enjoying it quite a bit. So maybe I'll start mixing in some AOM AOT. And let's get back to the game. Alright guys, we have Skatey in the red playing as the Zeus. And in the blue we got Joe playing as the Zeus. So we got Zeus mirror here. I forgot what map this is. We didn't load into it. This is Marsh, right? This is Marshland? I think it's just called Marsh. Let's see what upgrades we're working with. Whoa, no hunting dogs? Is he researching it now? Did he forget hunting dogs? Okay. Skatey has hunting dogs. But it looks like Joe... Oh, maybe he's going for like Centaur Rush or something? Okay, oh no, I guess just a late hunting dog, so it was weird. Looked like maybe he accidentally delayed it. I don't know. I feel like it probably should have been quite a bit sooner, but looks. I think it just came in at like 3:15. Temple is going up here. I should have paid attention to the age 1 villager split. Do have quite a bit of villagers on wood here. We got 5 on wood, 2 on gold. Walls are already going up, so it looks like he's probably preparing for some centaur raids. It looks going to be pretty devastating. Did a pretty good job bringing this hippo in. Oh, this is not the best. Is he gonna drop a drop a granary? Alright, so oh no, that was just the relic. Alright, so let's see what these players go for here. Are either one gonna go for an early second TC? Probably not. I think this is gonna be a pretty aggressive game here with the centaurs. We do have Jason moving across the map here. Toasty Chariot Archers and with Throwing Axemen have more hit points. That's actually pretty nice. I mean, Zeus have the really strong infantry unit, so if you have stronger archers to counter that infantry, that could be quite nice, I suppose, in a Zeus mirror. Improves line of sight of all units. That's a pretty good one, too. I don't know how significant the line of sight improvement is, but... So it looks like Skady's looking to see if Joe is going for a fast second TC here. Odysseus is out, Centaur is up, and yeah, pretty good wall there. Another upgraded Centaur, so it looks like Skady's gonna be going for the heavy Centaurs. Oh, and we got a Centaur mirror coming. Let's fucking go. Yeah, dude, people used to fucking love doing this back in the day with Zeus, and this like is what Zeus was, you know, doing like the crazy centaur raids. Damn, I keep doing that. But the centaurs have been nerfed since like back in the day, right? I think they nerfed the ult, I believe. And is the game sound fine? Nobody said anything, so I assume like the sounds are okay. Alright, second TC is going up for Joe here. And it doesn't look like Skady's going to be going for a second TC as he's putting up a granary mill on this next hunt here. So it looks like Skady's probably going to be the one putting on the aggression. We have third centaur out versus 2 centaurs from Joe here. Looks like Joe's going to be the one defending. And lightning bolts at the same time. So both players using their lightning bolt on the centaurs. You could use them on heroes, right? Yeah, that's actually interesting. I think the lightning bolt probably would have been better to use it on Odysseus, right? Yeah, because I remember people used to lightning bolt like Jason, so yeah, I'm sure you can use lightning bolts on heroes. I don't know. I feel like that's interesting. Wouldn't the lightning bolt be more valuable on Odysseus rather than on a centaur? Oh, Lucas in the chat. What's up, Lucas? Did you play AOT back in the day? Or ever? So, a lot of micro with the centaurs here. Jason on Jason, Odysseus on Odysseus. Centaur on Centaur. Is there a way to always have your hit points displayed? I should look into that. So, second TC is up for Joe. I guess let's take a look at resources. 43 out of 60. 45. Oh, what is somebody said? Alt S to go back to default? No, Alt something. Alt A? I don't know. Alt G? Nope. No, that doesn't work. Control. Nope. We'll do that. You played offline as a kid? Yeah. All right, so you guys, you can use the lightning bolt on myth units, right? Nobody said anything about that. Wouldn't it have been more valuable to lightning bolt Odysseus rather than the centaur there? Yeah, you can bolt everything except those. They both did lightning bolt on centaur though. Yeah, it would definitely be better to use on Odysseus if you think about it, because I mean, maybe they were both wanting to win that immediate fight and like they didn't see Odysseus at that moment, but if you lightning bolt Odysseus, he costs. Oh, actually, this guy costs. Okay, well, Odysseus costs 10 less favor, but you also have to queue him up from the town center, so you're gonna have less villager production. Like, I'm sure lightning bolting Odysseus is more valuable than lightning bolting a centaur. You know. Alright, so we got stable up with the centaur, second TC for Skady, going up right now. Third TC for Joe, taking map control here, and this is a fuck ton of hunt he's kind of securing. A lot of villagers on wood here, pumping out these centaurs. What's the score? You guys should be able to see it. Is it hard to read or something in observe mode? Skady's at 1295, Joe is at 1250. Both 2 TCs, but Joe is about to get his third TC up. Actually they're both getting their third TC right now. First Rax is being dropped from Skady here. I'm not sure if I like that. Obviously, I guess the deal with the hip counts is he's expecting hip counts, but that's going to make Skady's army a little bit less mobile. So we'll have to see if how well he can use these hip counts, I suppose. That is a lot of centaurs though. Definitely has a centaur count there. There's not really that many exposed villagers. I mean, you can hit a wood line, I suppose, but. Another Rax going down for Skady, so he may actually try to go for like a timing push with like hoplites onto the TC. But we do actually have an archery range from Joe, so I think maybe Joe is scouted the barracks or is anticipating it. This could be a good raid if you catch some villagers. Maybe get the villager on the temple there. Take a look at villager upgrades here, just hunting dogs and husbandry. Wow, that's no pickaxe or no pickaxe or hand axe. So Joe definitely well, let's see. Oh wait, hold on, let me make sure I'm not mixing these ones up. So Skady is the one with the eco upgrades, but he got his second TC after Joe. So villager wise, you would assume that Joe is probably in the lead, but Skady has more efficient villagers as he has got 2 more eco upgrades. $15 health. Yeah, he was able to secure so much hunt there, but I suppose Skady also was able to get access to quite a bit of hunt, and it's not like this map's not this map has a lot of hunt, so Skady's doing okay on the hunt game himself. What is this relic? Is this useless? What is it? Secrets of the Titans is less expensive. Good for late game. Trying to hit and run with the centaurs here. I think this is a good fight for Skady here, forcing Joe to retreat. Here's some centaurs coming in for Joe though. And now it looks like Skady actually has to get out of here. Let's see if he upgraded his village yet. This gold gathering not very efficient. I wonder, there should be enough room there, I believe, for the villagers to sneak on in. But yeah, I mean, this is something you see in AOE and in AOT. Usually you want to have your villagers right here in between. You can't zoom in. This is annoying me. Or can you zoom in? No, you can't zoom in. Obviously, you want to have your villagers in between the storehouse and the gold mine, so like they just like do a 180 to drop off the gold. Like if you watch this villager right here, you know, it's just a lot of walking time. There he goes. Oh, he just fixes it. And also dropping an armory there. A couple farms here. Pretty well mixed army here from both players. It can make it, you know, difficult to micro and manage your army when you have, you know, such a well-established, I don't know, army. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. With you know, you got centaurs, you got toasties, you got hipcons, and you got heroes. So probably like multiple control groups to manage here. Oh, he got the relic for the toasts. They do more damage, right? Oh, have more hit points. So let's see how relevant is this relic. 62 hit points to 60. So you get 2 more HP from a relic, which seems incredibly insignificant. But well, units like attacks are pretty low. Like there's a chance that would it take like 1 more archer shot to kill the Tokes or something like that. That could be interesting, but I don't know. It seems like not the, you know, that good of a relic, but if it requires like 1 more shot to get killed, then that could be kind of relevant. But anyways, while talking, Skady losing a huge chunk of his army. It looks like Joe really came out on top there in that fight. Whoa, what are you guys doing? Uh-oh. 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 Hopefully Skady recognizes. There he goes. What is he doing? Found the hunt? No? Alright, so we got Joe up in H3 in Heroic Age with the Underworld Passage. Dropping a storehouse. It's kind of strange going for this. I don't know, is he going to try to do like proxy base? He's trying to get onto some of these gold mines or hunts. Definitely a weird place to be chopping wood. But we have a lot of walls coming up here for Joe, so he's doing a good job of securing his base, you know, making it difficult to get raided, and now dropping in market. Now Skady also up in H3 himself. Let's see, look at the villager upgrades. Skady really good with the vill upgrades. He's got the H3 bow saw for, oh, and the same one for gold too. So yeah, he's really good with his upgrades. Let's take a look at Joe. See how Joe's villager upgrades are looking. Yep, actually same. Right, that was Skady I was clicked on. Oh no, that wasn't that. Oh, sorry, I mixed that up, I guess. So Skady still only has handsaw and pickaxe. He was the one who got the upgrades first. Oh, big fight. But now he's not getting the H3 ones yet, quite yet. Or I guess those would be H2. Big fight here. Both players with upgrade hipcons. And pretty close here. Looks like Joe's, I don't know, this is close. I think Joe's coming out on top here, barely. This guy's going to get a lot of value in though. Joe needs to try to target him. Oh, there are a lot of centaurs here too. 1 HP centaur. Odysseus trying to get on top of this guy now, but then he's also getting picked off here and starting to retreat. Oh, is he? Did he poach trick him? I think it looked like Odysseus started running in there pretty quickly. And yep, now going on to the gold mine. So let's. Where you like to see. Fortress is coming up here for Joe. And we got the caravan route starting to be established. Pretty well, pretty nice caravan route here. Let's see, does it show how much gold? I think he's got to wait for him to come back. Alright, so Joe is in the Mythic Age, dropping his Plenty, or what is it? The Plenty Vault, I believe it's called? Or it's just called a Plenty, huh? I'm pretty sure I used to call it a Plenty Vault. Is it just called a Plenty? Plenty? Where's that Plenty at? It feels so weird saying that. Where the hell did he drop that? Who? That was Joe. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, it is Plenty Vault, but the God Power is called Plenty. There. Underworld Passage is up. Oof. Could get a really big raid here, but he does get his fortress denied. And I think Skady's going to have to come back, and he does come back right away. Oh, this is big. This is going to be a big swing for Skady here using the Lightning Storm. Going to push Joe back. You know, Joe going with more economic long-term. Oh, there's a ceasefire. Ceasefire, it doesn't stop the god power, does it, right? I don't think it does. The ceasefire doesn't stop the Lightning Storm from doing damage, does it? So Joe's going to be more set up for the late game with the Plenty Vault, but he obviously took quite a bit of damage there from that Lightning Storm. So he's trying to buy some time here. This is a pretty nice ceasefire since he knows he's going to be more, you know, established for the late game. He's trying to buy time so that he can get into the late game and, you know, get the value from this Plenty Vault. But we do have a pretty big force here from Joe, but at the same time, well, he's got a lot of military buildings there too. So we're going to have to see if Skady can try to hold this. Oh, look at that. Very nice micro there from Skady using the Medusa to use the god power on the Claw, whatever. What the fuck is that guy called? I don't know. I forgot what that dude's called. Colossum, some shit like that. Very nice god power usage there. Or not god power usage, just micro with the Medusa. Some stables are going up here for Joe. And this is looking pretty good for Skady, and Skady's the one with the Underworld Passage, so the reinforcements are able to just instantly go in there. Some nice siege weapons there for Joe, but yeah, Joe's struggling to hold this. Well, he's starting to get a pretty good amount of reinforcements. Okay, and we do have these guys. Hell, I have no idea how to pronounce this dude. Forget what I used to call this guy, but yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see if Joe can try to hold here. This is right in the middle of the caravan route and by the gold mines, but Joe is able to still gather gold, which is, you know, what he needs here. He looks like he may be holding this. And if you can get these on top of the Underworld Passage to siege it down, that will help a significant amount here. And yeah, I think Joe's going to be okay here, actually. It looks like he's going to barely hold, and like I said, every second that goes by, the later this game goes, Joe's going to have more and more of an advantage with the Plenty Vault. And it looks like he hasn't really got many of the armory upgrades yet, though. I think he's missing out there, because I know this gives access to like the one armory upgrade that makes them. Is it this one? It makes like all the armory upgrades like insanely cheap. No, not that one. Which one is it? This one? To reduce the cost of all armory upgrades. Yeah. Yeah. So that's kind of weird. I mean, I guess Joe's focusing on his army because like he had to hold this push. But usually when you get age 4 with the Plenty Vault, you want to like have like at least basically you want to have like 2 armories. And you want to get that armory upgraded right away so that you can start getting like all the armory upgrades for extremely cheap. Because I think you need to upgrade this one, I believe, to make the other armory upgrades cheap. And then you just like queue them all up. But yeah, with that being said, that was a pretty nice lightning bolt to you know, give Skady the advantage initially. But Joe was able to hold with the Plenty Vault there, and now he's going to be looking much better, I think, for the late game. Yeah, you want at least 3 armors? Yeah, I think I agree there. And there's the GG. So that puts the series 1-1, I believe. Oh man. Yeah, I like that play from Joe. I think I've always liked doing the Plenty Vault, you know, over the lightning storm. Oh wow, Joe never even uses underworld passage. No, actually, Skating never even uses ceasefire. I mean, he could have obviously used it and tried to buy himself more time, but you know, Joe was more set up for the late game anyways. But it still feels a little weird not using the god power. Okay, at least you know ceasefire and I don't know, get like a proxy stables here or something and try to get something to work. But nope, just tapped out. Alright, so we're... Oh, how do you reset this? Okay, that's fine. Alright, guys, we're hopping in Game 3 here in this best of 5. Series is currently tied 1-1. We have Skady here playing in the red as the Odin race. God race, whatever. And we have Joe in the blue playing as the Zeus. We are on Tundra, I believe. I keep forgetting to look at the map when the game starts. Yeah, it's Tundra, right? Or is this... Alright, so what's this? This is Odin versus Zeus. Interesting, man. Odin used to be my main back in the day. So he did use his Great Hunt to... Which one? I guess he used it on this one. Okay, this is actually... Why is... Okay, this is... Maybe this is good. So I was about to say this is weird that Skady's doing more villager walking time to go on this hunt rather than his starting hunt. But with that being said, this is actually probably a smart decision because he's going to be able to gather, you know, the far hunt first, which will leave the very safe hunt together later. So I guess that is probably a smart decision. Yeah, interesting, nice. I believe you have the upgrade for the one like hunting dogs upgrade that costs like gold or something, right? 100 gold. I think Odin also has that upgrade. Or is it only Thor? I think. So we do have hunting dogs already in for Skady. So it looks like you go 3 wood villagers, 1 gold. Was this 5 food? Okay, I gotta start paying attention to the start so I can get them down. Alright, so hunting dogs in for Joe. That is pretty nice, I think, just chopping this one tree that's you know, kind of close to the TC and the ox cart there. Queuing up the actually second dwarf. So let's see, does Joe make Jason in age 1 here? I would say probably yes. Alright, we have a temple going up for Skady. Very defensive temple. Kind of a strange location. I believe this is at Ulfsark. Did he train this Ulfsark? Yeah. Or wait, no, is this a starting Ulfsark? No, this is a starting Ulfsark, yeah. That makes more sense. Yeah, I don't know, kind of a weird temple placement. I don't know why it's so close to his town center, but I don't know, maybe it makes sense. Generally build them around the towers or I don't know, as a wall or something, you know. Ooh. Gonna train in. Ah, yes, the Ravens, man. I forgot about these guys. Damn. Yeah, Odin gets the Ravens when they build their temple. Man, I forgot about Ravens. Shit. So he is actually training his second Ulfsark here, and then gonna age up. Defensive house. So it looks like Skady is maybe very afraid of all-in like hoplite rush. So he's building all of his buildings right around the town center. I suppose that's his logic, and maybe he'll just build like the walls around the towers, or just nothing around the towers. We are seeing Joe go pretty far out for some hunt right now. Also, kind of interesting house location, maybe just to save villager seconds instead of like building it here. Let's take a look at the upgrades here. Just hunting dogs. And just hunting dogs. Gran already. I guess he's gonna lure these guys over. Yeah, that works. Alright, so Joe is in age 2, going up with the Restoration God Power. And Skatey's also up in age 2, going with the Force Fire and Valkyrie. Classic. Oh, nice. The Raven doing the instant Force Fire. That's pretty nice. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that the best use of the Force Fire? A lot of times you want to like rush the Valkyrie across the map immediately so that you can get like a Force Fire and have the Valkyrie doing damage to the villagers, so you get that combo. But by doing this, you do get the Force Fire, you know, quicker, where you disrupt Joe's eco quicker, but you're less likely to kill villas essentially. But at the same time, you're probably going to be afraid of like Jason and Odysseus, so it's not for sure that your Valkyrie will be able to do damage, but yeah. And Joe is going to be looking to build his second TC immediately. So let's see. It looks like, okay, so these guys are doing second TC before any eco upgrades. Because I got to remember that. So it seems like you just do second TC before pickaxe or hand axe. Can Odin not get that, like, the other hunting dogs upgrade? Is that only Thor that can, like, get the... There's, like, a hunting dogs upgrade that costs, like, 100 gold. I think maybe that is only Thor. Costs, like, 100 gold and like, 1 favor or some shit. Using Lightning Bolt on the Valkyrie right there. Minotaur getting attacked by... Yeah, I forget, like, some of these names. Like, by the, whatever, this dude. And we do have a lot of Raiden Cavalry already out, and gonna try to deny the TC here. They started attacking it just before it got built, actually. And wow, this could be completely game changing if he denies this. And yeah, he is gonna deny the TC. Like, wow, that was like 1 second before TC got up, completely canceling the town center. That is actually massive. Very nice right there from Skatey. Oh, wow, blocking. Man, doing some AoE 2 techniques. I actually don't remember ever seeing that in AOT. That's very nice. Very good shit. Gonna try to block again. Yeah, nice moves there. Wow, so that was massive right there. Denying a second TC from Joe. Man, these Raiden Cavalry, man. Bring back memories. Odin was my Civ back in the day. Oh, 1 HP villager is going to actually escape. Skatey was able to pick off 1 villager there, but then left the other one really low HP. But yeah, Skatey should be looking really good here. Obviously, denying that second TC is just massive, like right before it got built too. And it looks like he's going to be going for a raid on this wood line, which is going to be huge. And right now, Joe doesn't have an army to like do anything against these raiders, really. I'm just going to... Yeah, I guess you just fight with the villagers here to get some more hoplites. I think Skatey should have just fought that, to be honest. Yeah, I would have probably fought that, try to pick off a villager and cause some more idle time there for Joe. But yeah, and this is a lot of Raiden Cavalry going, pure Raiden Cavalry, it looks like. And 2 barracks is back at home, and now an armory up. Military barracks is being built here. Oh, crap. Yeah, denying that town center, obviously massive. And Joe trying to establish a new wood line, but Skatey there right on time, and Joe's army is a little bit out of position here. And pick off some more villagers and just cause more idle time here for Joe. And some more raids here. Skaty's looking really good here. And Skaty gets up to the heroic age 2 while doing all this raiding. And Joe just taps out after seeing that. Alright, getting into game number 4 here. Skaty currently up 2-1 versus Joe. This is a best of 5 here for $25. And same map. Are they gonna veto this again, or are they playing this? Oh, looks like they're playing it. I think they only get 1 veto or something. Okay, so we have Joe in the blue playing as the Sets, and we have Skaty in the red playing as the Oranos here. Set versus Oranos, interesting matchup here. Obviously, C is really important on this map, so we got Joe sending in Villager immediately to build a dock there. Meanwhile, 2 villagers are going to try to kill these boars here. Using the TC fire. Gets the boar down, no problem. And we have Skaty building a dock on the opposite side. So both players going to be having a dock up. Oh wow, a couple of houses to prevent the dock from getting sieged, it looks like. Can knock them from here and siege? I don't know. Let's see if we have any upgrades coming in. I don't believe you do hunting dogs here since you're on water, so maybe no upgrades actually. The old Atlanteans. First fishing boat is out for Skaty there. Same with Joe. We got a manor up here for Skaty, and just doing some scouting with the oracles. So it'll be interesting to see if these 2 players, really go hard on C, fight for C. A lot of times you will see players build a dock on both lakes or water. I don't know what you call these, both lakes or whatever, and fight for C on both sides. Sometimes you'll see a player try to squeeze in a fast heroic while fighting for C to try to get the H3 advantage with the stronger H3 ships and potentially H3 myth units. I don't know if either of these get. Yeah, I think Set gets the water myth unit. I don't know if Oranos does. Oranos with the Shockwave God Power in Age 1. Gets to use that 3 times, I believe. So it looks like Joe decided to use the Priest to empower the wood line, which makes sense. And we have 4 fishing boats to 4. Temple is now being built for Skaty. Gonna be looking to go up to H2 pretty soon. No temple quite yet for Joe. And Joe's actually sending a villager to build a dock on the other pond here. So looks like Joe's gonna be staying in H1 quite a bit longer since he's gonna be doing more eco build with a second dock and a later H2 here. Oh, and even a 3rd dock here, so he's going very heavy with the water play here. Temple now being built for Joe here, so we're going to be looking to get up to H2 pretty soon, but definitely going to be much later than Skaty. And now Skaty's moving a villager across the map here to build a dock. However, there is already 2 docks up here for Joe, so this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be really tough for Skaty to win C on this side of the water. It's gonna be going up against 2 docks, and also 2 docks here for Joe on the other side also. So yeah, Joe's preparing to go very heavy on water. We're going to be seeing some pretty strong water play, and it looks like Skady's positioning his oracles to do the god power as soon as he gets stage 2. I believe he's gonna, or no, is that? I think that is stage 2 god power. He turned them into heroes. Yep, very nice actually. Use the god power to turn all 3 oracles into heroes and the villager. So obviously like perfect use of the god power. And yeah, he's now gonna start sieging the dock right away. And the Byreme is already out here for Skady, going 2 docks here, so he's going to be going very heavy on this part of the sea. Meanwhile, just fishing kind of for free over here without fighting on this side. So he decided he will fight for this part of the sea. And like I said, Skady's age 2 is going to be pretty late here, so he's forced to have some idle time here. His fishing boats, putting some fishing boats into the docks so the docks can fire back. And do the docks, do they do more damage according to how many fishing boats are in the dock? Or does a dock do the same amount of damage if 1 fishing boat's in there or 5's in there? I'm sure you guys know. So yeah, already a lot of Byremes here, and making some pretty quick work of these docks here. Let's see if there's any eco upgrades. We do have hand axe for Joe. A lot of animals coming forward here, and his myth unit. Attacking the oracles here, a little bit too many pets for the oracles to handle. Gonna try to come along the sea, so maybe the Byremes can help out. That dock living with, oh, and there we go, the Set God Power. Yeah, I remember these guys using them on sea. Quite nice there. So Set using his God Power, the Sea Snakes forcing Skady to retreat here, but he is able to, kind of just focus on this dock and take down this dock. While obviously these Sea Snakes, you can't move them. You just put the God Power down, and then they'll attack, but you can't control them essentially. And wow, it looks like Skady actually won that small little skirmish there with a single oracle remaining. So the dock is going down, and there's a single fishing boats, or war boat, whatever. What are they called? Oh god, whatever. Trireme, Byreme. 1 Egyptian warship goes down, and 2 regular fishing boats. You could have maybe tried to make a push to save those 2 fishing boats and the warship there, but. Perhaps he wants to just hang out here with his sea snakes. Oh, look at that. Oh, this is actually really nice. He's able to... Okay, he was attacking the sea snakes for a while without getting attacked at all, but now his ships are getting attacked by sea snakes. This is a lot of Byremes here for Skady, however. And there's shockwave on the boats. I honestly don't remember that being used. That's hilarious. It looks like it's, I don't know, it wasn't super effective. I think it's a lot less effective on boats than on land units, but it did still do some. But it didn't look like they were stunned for that long. But, better than nothing. And we do have a second TC up for Joe now. Sea Snakes are attacking the Byremes here. Looks like there's just 2 left. So we do have hand axe and pickaxe being already researched here for Joe. And now actually Joe's going to start making some warships on this side. Try to, force Skady off of that part of the sea. It looks like maybe is Joe giving up on this part of the water? Or will he continue to make... No, I think he gave up on this part, and now he's just switching over to try to fight and win this part of the sea. He feels there's just too many Byremes for him to come back from, so it's just not smart to keep fighting this when you're already losing and you're just gonna lose it. But 9 fishing boats in that dock. I don't know. It's actually pretty close numbers. Joe could have probably kept fighting it, but. He only had 1 dock left, and it looks like he just felt like it wasn't worth it to continue fighting. But 9 fishing boats in there, that is quite a bit. There's also 9 fishing boats in this dock, so, and 3 docks on this side. Skady does hit heroic age. Chaos God power. You can convert a unit, or no, that's not the convert one. That turns any unit into a hostile. What's a convert God power? Can't you like? There's a convert one, right? I think it's a different God power from the Atlanteans. Oh. Woo. And we do have a forward palace here from Skady, using the God power to turn his units into heroes. And it looks like this forward palace is going to get up here for Skady, so that's going to be quite nice. Possibly didn't. Oh, I don't know. Villagers coming in now. Oh, looks like they. Oh, there were some already there. Looks like Joe probably pulled these villagers a little bit later than he should have. I think if he would have. I mean, it looks like it may go down regardless, but yeah, it is going to go down regardless. So, man, villager punching is quite strong in this game. Very nice deny from Joe there, actually. And he's still fishing here, actually. So, oh, wow. And it looks like Skady just lost sea, actually, or gave up, stopped making more fishing boats. And Joe has this part of the sea won. I think he just also upgraded night livers, too. And a second palace is going to get denied here for Skady. Oh, and there's a citizen. They're called citizens. That's funny. Villager going down for Skady. Heroic age. Oh, and here's the ancestors. He did do the ancestors right here. So gonna deny this palace, and yeah, deny Skady from getting this map control here. We do have some archers here, a couple of our heroes, so they're gonna be able to deal with the ancestors quite well. And Skady taps out. Because that's actually really annoying if my fine scout hotkey doesn't work. Alright guys, getting game 5 here in this best of 5. $25 show match here between Skady and I'm Joe. We have I'm Joe in the red playing as the Ra God? I don't know, what do you say? You can't say as a Ra civilization. Is you playing as a Ra God? God or as a Ra race? We'll say Ra God. We'll go with God. And we have Skady in the blue playing as the Zeus God race? I don't know. Playing as the Zeus. Skady going on the hunt immediately, getting that hunting dogs. This is Tundra, I believe. I'm Joe doing the same. So Ra versus Zeus, interesting one here. Score currently 2-2 in this best of 5. Control group? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I do control group for scout, but I also need a hotkey for fine scout. I'm gonna have to look into that because that would actually be really annoying. Braden, I haven't seen or heard of Braden in years. I have no idea if he's playing anything. He's soldiers, yeah, he's still playing. He's top around top level AOE3 player. Alright, let's see, what's this relic here? What's this guy working with? Siege weapons are cheaper. It could be nice for... I mean, I know ISIS does like their fast, heroic, ancestors and eclipse timing push with like their siege weapons. I don't know if Set can kind of pull off that same push, but that could be nice to make the siege weapons a little bit cheaper. Interesting storehouse placement from Joe. I don't think this is the most optimal. I mean, it works really nice for these two villagers, but if you want to get all the villagers, on the gold mine this way, you can only fit, a few villagers. But there we go. This is very nice where these 3 villagers are working very efficiently. But You're not gonna have like 6 villagers gathering like this, but in the meantime, it's very nice. Going second granary on some far hunt already, so looks like you're trying to get a smooth transition onto the next hunting source, which is quite nice. Could have perhaps went for these guys, but maybe just safer to go for the far hunt first, I suppose. And another temple, pretty, defensive temple here. Joe moving across the map with his villagers, going for some far hunt here. And we do have monuments already up for Joe. Both players going to be advancing my H2 here. I keep forgetting to pay attention to a Greek opening villager split wise, but I think you go 5. Do you go 5 food, 3 wood, or some shit like that? I'm gonna play some games after it's best of 5. I'm actually pretty excited to play. Some walls already going down here for Joe. So yeah, both players hunting pretty close to one another here. Interesting, looks like Skady didn't decide to do an age 1 hero. Could have perhaps made the hero and, started annoying these villagers, but decided not to do that. Want to get up to age 2 just a little bit quicker. Alright, mints are crossing the map here for Skady. Jason right behind him. Odysseus also being trained right away, so Skady immediately getting those heroes out as soon as he gets up to H2 here. Gonna take out this granary, forcing Joe to retreat with his villagers here. Some nice walls already coming down from Joe, just closing off these towers here. Using the priest to empower the granary here with a lot of villagers on some hunt right there. Oh, and we do have the shifting sands, man. That brings back memories. Let's see if Joe can get an early shifting sands. Oh my God! Imagine like if he could shifting sand some of these villagers. I know a lot of times players would like this would be a perfect situation. You do shifting sands, and you can make these villagers like come here, shift them over here. It would slow down TC and kill like 4 villagers. But yeah, it looks like he's not going for any early shifting sands. I think usually that's how players would like to use their shifting sands, like early on to try to hurt the eco, but we're not seeing that this game, so looks like he's going to be saving it for a bit later. We do have second TC already up for Skady. So yeah, it looks like players go for a second TC before pickaxe or hand axe, so I guess I'll have to start working that into my play. Even though I just started playing yesterday. I keep doing that. Skady trying to harass these villagers a little bit. Oh wow, Odysseus firing pretty far there. Getting some nice shots while trying to avoid the tower. So yeah, Skady putting on a little bit of aggression, just being annoying, doing some raiding while like TC booming behind it. So it's actually very nice. Using some really good micro to try to pick off these villagers on, on like a wood line. And there we go, Bold comes down to the priest, and that's going to allow Skady to get on top of this tower. So Looks like, probably a little bit of a mistake. Joe not building any houses or walls around this tower. He's going to allow this tower to basically just go down for free, it looks like. I mean, not free, but going to allow it to go down. And there we go. Joe already up to H3. He's got the rock and the alligator guy. Man, I remember these bad boys doing some crazy raids with them. Oh, man, yeah, losing that tower feels really rough for Joe. Like, he could just put, it's just a couple super cheap wall segments around it, and it makes it impossible for, like, the tower to go down. So, feels like a little bit of a mistake from Joe, but not a huge deal. I mean, you lose the tower, definitely annoying. And now he's actually getting harassed off the gold mine because the tower's dead. But here's one camel to push Odysseus back. And now he's going to be able to start doing some raiding with the rocks and his alligators. So that is going to be big. And he is finding that granary. Looks like Odysseus may go down here to these camels also. Trying to retreat. I missed these two villagers on that granary. Odysseus does go down to the camel. So it looks like we have a camel opening here. For Joe, he had to go with a very defensive Migdal, and he's only on 1 TC, so... Oh, but look at so many villagers exposed here, and Joe gonna have the opportunity to do some massive raids here. And look at this, he does find these villagers, so these villagers forced to go back. This is a lot of walking time, a lot of idle time here for Skady. And gonna be losing some villagers here also. But Skady is now in H3 himself. Does have pickaxe and hand axe. Does have a barracks up. Oh, but look at this. Jason getting caught out of position, and also the myth unit here. So pretty nice trade here for Joe, getting a good catch here. They're not going to go down, but did get quite a bit of damage on them. We have a market already up for Skady, so it looks like he may be trying to go for a fast mythic age here potentially. Or if he, I would assume that is his plan. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's training any units, so I think Skady's trying to go for a fast mythic. Wow, quite interesting. We now have some chariot archers being worked into the mix here. And killing a couple more villagers here with some camels, so Joe being really active on the map, very nice. And this is what I was kind of talking about earlier. Not the most optimal storehouse is, this villager's walking incredibly far to drop off gold, but... So I'm assuming we're going to see Skady hit up to Mythic pretty soon. And okay, here we go. Now finally using this God Power from Joe. I was going to say, like, I think he should have been using his God Powers a little bit sooner. That was huge. Oh my god, he just lost like 8 villagers. Yeah, that was massive. So this is a really nice combination that set players like to do. Okay, I guess that's why he was saving this. They like to use, what the hell is this called, like pests or some shit? Locust swarm. They like to do the locust swarm and the rain at the same time, because when you use the rain, it increases your farm gathering rate, and then you can use the locust swarm if your opponent's farming to prevent your opponent to get benefit from the rain god power. So, but Joe didn't really, or Skady didn't really have any farms anyway, so he just used the locust on the gold mine there. And yeah, I don't think this is going to work for Skady. He's trying to do a fast mythic, just basically a naked fast mythic. And it just doesn't look like it worked. Not enough walls, or I mean, even versus a rock could just fly over the wall. So don't really like Skady going. I think Skady going for some very risky play, trying a fast mythic. When the series was tied 2-2, and it doesn't look like it's paying off for him. And there's the Shifting Sands. Now the Shifting Sands comes in and uses some to get rid of some of the military units here. Oh, that got the line of sight. That's actually quite nice. The Shifting Sands gave Skady the line of sight, which allows Skady to use the Lightning Storm God Power to pick off some villagers there. So pretty nice, but I don't know. To be honest, Lightning Storm probably would have been better here, actually. I think you really need to clean up the army. Yeah, you probably should have used the Lightning Storm on the military, to be honest. Oh, Medusa killing the alligator right before that Medusa went down. Very nice use of the Medusa there. And yeah, Joe's just everywhere on the map right now. Here's Restoration. Probably, I mean, you should have used this a little earlier, obviously. It feels like the game's over right now, and obviously you want to be using your god powers before it's too late, before the game's like really decided. I think there was some earlier fights where it probably would have been a good opportunity to do the Restoration. And yeah, Skaty's just tapping out, so yeah, kind of wasted there. Could have used that a little bit more efficiently. Could have used the Restoration to try to save him a little bit sooner, but you're going to tap out. Either way, this was a great series, awesome show match here. Went to Game 5, and Joe does win 3-2, so congratulations to Joe. This was pretty fun, man. It was the first time me casting AOT, and, well, actually maybe ever, since when I used to play, I was playing before Twitch was a thing. So pretty fun to cast a show match. And just log back into AOT, and I think I'm about to play some AOT or play some games myself right now. So this was pretty fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this show match, me casting, and yeah, thanks to the players, for coming on and putting on a show for everybody here. All right, nice.